I want to bring in George now.
We called this emergency meeting because this is pretty serious. It's not just this announcement. We've also heard AstraZeneca cancelling 450 million vaccine projects, pausing 200 million expansion, Lilly pausing their gateway, and Sanofi freezing their investment. This is pretty serious. And we've got the ministers coming in 11 minutes. So this session, we're really trying to understand what is actually going on. There is a view that this is a very effective pharmaceutical negotiation off the back of the VPAG negotiations. They're always horrible. I've done 2 of them. In the end, we find a solution. Is this just a negotiation and the rest of the life science strategy is good? Or, at the end of a year in which the government's been consulting with you, and you said admirably, set out a life science plan, this looks like a massive rejection. So should we conclude this is just a VPAG issue, sort VPAG and we're back to business? Or are you really saying there's an NHS uptake problem, there's a trials problem, there's a data problem, or is this a Trump problem? We really need to understand what it is we should be saying to ministers in a minute that they haven't understood in their conversations with you. Tom and Richard.
I mean, I think you're absolutely right to be concerned. And if you look at the announcements over the last 5 or 6 years, there has been an increasing number of site closures, R&D withdrawals and investments that are put on pause. And I think that is simply a response to the economic gravity of reward for innovation in other jurisdictions versus headwinds here. I do think it's a combination of those 3 things. It is not just a VPAG issue. In the long term, we see VPAG as a symptom of the problem rather than the cause. It is a long-term commitment to investment in medicines decision. VPAG we can negotiate about. But in the long term, this needs to be a country which is committed to investing in innovation, to making innovation available to patients, and providing a front door through to the NHS through which innovative medicines can pass.
Thank you.
It's definitely not a short-term issue. It's definitely not only about VPAG. We have lost share in global R&D for about a decade. We lost a third of our share over the last decade. I have a list of about 20 examples here over the last 10 years. So this is definitely, 2 examples that happened to come out last week, but this is definitely a long-term trend. I would agree with Tom. We published a comprehensive report on the competitiveness of the sector last week, which if you haven't seen it, we'd be very happy to send the committee, where we've really tried to look at all of the factors that drive investment decisions.
Yes.
Oh, you have.
Richard, what was it that you wanted in the life science plan that you haven't got?
It really is about connecting the market. It's a great plan in many ways.
Yeah, I understand, but this is bad news.
What's
it missing?
We do need to sort VPAG because we need to sort VPAG. We need to sort the NICE threshold, and we need to have that sustained commitment to bring the UK up to the level of comparable countries.
In terms of innovation uptake?
This is the single biggest missing piece of the jigsaw. Everything else in the plan is really good. There's more we can do with health data. There's more we can do with many of the research assets that we've got here that you know very well.